So thank you everyone again for joining. So without further ado, we'll get into the content here. And I think this is probably the reason why a lot of people wanted to join this webinar today. Oops, I've gone forward too far. So this is an incentive currently that we are running for Centrav agents. This is currently live, so it went live on July 15th and is available to you until September 30th. So essentially, what this would require you to do is any bookings that you make on AJB carriers. So this incentive includes British Airways, Finnair, and Iberia. So any bookings that you make between now for travel now until the end of this year. So travel must be completed by the end of this year. For economy and premium economy bookings, your bookings will be entered into our booking incentive. There's nothing that you need to do. This is all going to be tracked centrally by Centrav. You just need to make sure you make those bookings. Now, in order for these bookings to qualify, the bookings would need to be point of origin, point of commencement, North America. So that essentially means it needs to be one of our flights that originates in the US or Canada traveling to Europe. Inter-Europe flights only would not qualify. So if you're just booking Paris to London, for example, that would not qualify. It needs to have an international segment originating in the US in order to qualify. And this is valid on British Airways, Finnair, and Iberia only. So what we'll do is we'll track the total base fare. So this will be tracked centrally, and then we will sort of compile a spreadsheet of everyone that's submitted bookings, and then we'll track that, and whoever has the most base fare revenue, then you will be entered into the prize drawing. So the grand prize is 2 round-trip Club World business class tickets on British Airways to London, worth over $10,000. Second place is a Finnair ticket, which will be one-way business class, returning in premium economy. So those are the 2 main prizes. And then don't worry if you're not a frequent AJB booker. Hopefully this incentive will make you one. But there is a bonus draw. So every booking that is made on the AJB during the timeline of this incentive will be entered into a bonus draw to win 50,000 Avios points from Iberia. So hopefully the information I'm going to give you in today's webinar will help you to sell these airlines and to be eligible to win one of these fantastic prizes. And again, it is valid for the rest of this month and next month. So the promotion ends on September 30th. Again, it is for travel from now until the end of the year. So the travel must be completed by the end of this year. So if you have anyone traveling in 2026, unfortunately, those bookings would not be eligible. So long as those criteria are met, we'll get a list on a weekly basis, and we'll update it on our side. And then probably in October time, once we've had a chance to wrap everything up, you'll be hearing about the winners of this great incentive. There are some terms and conditions on this slide as well. But if anyone has any specific questions, feel free to direct those to myself or anyone at Centrav. And just bear in mind, American Airlines is not part of this incentive. So it is just British Airways, Finnair, and Iberia that are participating. So just those carriers, so that's 125, 075, and 105 ticket stock only. Yeah, anyone has any specific questions, feel free to drop those in the questions box, and I'll do my best to answer those at the end of our webinar. So we've had quite a, sorry, I've gone forward again, one too far. So we've had quite a busy first half of this year. We recently just announced our financial performance for the first 6 months of 2025. We delivered an operating profit of £824 million with a margin of 11.7%, which is actually up £269 million compared to the same period in 2024. And we're actually flying 102% of 2024 levels. So we are really getting back to pre-pandemic flying. and consistently turning a profit for the airline, which is fantastic because it is allowing us to continue to invest in the airline with a lot of new aircraft, with a lot of new onboard features. You'll see we have a new onboard tea provider. Tea is very important for our customers. We serve over 25 million cups of tea every year, so that's a very important aspect. So we want to make sure we have the very best providers for our onboard offering. We took delivery of 8 aircraft so far this year, with more to come. And one thing that we're going to talk about as well quite extensively over the next couple of slides is punctuality. You want to obviously make sure that when you're booking your customers, that their flights are going to get away on time, and that they're not going to be delayed, they're not going to be cancelled, and that if they do have a connection in London, that they'll make that with plenty of time. And we are seeing that our punctuality is dramatically improving, especially this year. And currently we are one of the 7th most on-time global airlines. So we're very, very proud of that performance that we are putting in currently. We do have our transformation program that's still ongoing. So it's £7 billion, about $9 billion. And this is investing in all aspects of the business. I did mention performance, on-time performance. So our D15, which is our getting our aircraft away within 15 minutes of departure, was 84.4% during the first half of the year. So dramatic improvements. We're getting more flights away on time and less flight cancellations. We're also seeing a huge increase in customer satisfaction due to the investments that we've made in our food and drink proposition, our refreshed Eurotraveller short-haul cabin with those new A321 neo aircraft. We've also introduced new routes to Tbilisi, Kuala Lumpur, and we're also offering meet and assist service for customers travelling from India. We've also seen a lot of new aircraft being delivered. We're getting 32 new 787-10s. So those will be delivered between 2028 and 2033. And we're also getting an additional 6 A350-1000s and 777-9s, which are destined for BA between 2027 and 2030. So with these additional long-haul aircraft, it's going to allow us to replace some of our aging fleet, but also have new aircraft to be able to open up new long-haul routes and continue to increase frequencies on many of the routes that we currently serve. Again, I mentioned our performance. So we have invested heavily in artificial intelligence, and this is a big reason why we are seeing such a significant improvement in our on-time performance. So some more information on this slide regarding that. You'll see here our short-haul network that we're operating for the summer schedule. So this is valid until October. Just to give you some interesting facts, 15 million bags are expected to be handled this summer by both our Heathrow and Gatwick operation. We're expecting 707 daily departures across July and August this year, and that's 96 destinations served from Heathrow and Gatwick. So our investment continues in every stage of the business, and that includes new routes. So we've launched new routes from London Gatwick to Graz, Austria, and London Gatwick to Rabat, Morocco. We've also introduced some new Euroflyer flight routes as well from London Gatwick. And also I appreciate Gatwick might not be convenient for connecting passengers. If they are stopping in London, then it may be an alternative if Gatwick is more convenient for your passengers. And moving on to our long-haul network. So interesting to note that British Airways has more North America originating flights than any other European carrier. So when North America operations are included, we are one of the leading carriers in terms of foreign flag carriers. We have up to 55 daily departures from the US and Canada to London Heathrow, and then connecting onwards to all of our international destinations. So we've resumed flights to Kuala Lumpur after a gap of 5 years. We've also increased frequencies from London Heathrow to Tokyo, and we've also increased flights to Riyadh, strengthening our links between those two destinations. Tel Aviv does remain suspended due to the conflict ongoing there, and I think it's suspended until October. Dallas is also not operating this summer, but we will see that returning for our winter schedule, which will start at the very end of October in November. You'll see many of our North America destinations that we do fly from. San Diego continues to enjoy double daily service to London, as well as Austin. Washington, DC has thrice daily service to London. So we really do have a lot of frequency from the US to London, and plenty of airports that we serve, hopefully one of which will be convenient to your customers. Just a refresher regarding our route network, and I'm sorry, it's skipped ahead a slide again, but we do have our ETA that is now in force for travellers travelling to the UK. So just a reminder that if your traveller is leaving the airport at Heathrow, whether that be to connect to a flight at Gatwick or because their journey is ending in London, they will need an ETA, electronic travel authorization. This is, I think, currently about £16, has increased since this slide was put together, but it is valid for up to 6 months. If they are connecting through London Heathrow, then and they don't need to clear the airside area, then they will not require an ETA. So it is just for passengers whose journeys are ending in the UK. Just a reminder of our cabins on our long-haul aircraft. So World Traveller is our economy class product. So generous seat pitch with all seats, the adjustable headrests, full meal and bar service, in-flight entertainment screens at every seat, snacks served in the galley during meal services, and also now most of our aircraft featuring Wi-Fi. And those customers of yours who are members of our club, our frequent flyer program, they'll be able to use the Wi-Fi for free in-flight messaging to stay in touch with friends, family, and colleagues. Our World Traveller Plus cabin is our premium economy cabin, and it is one of our most popular cabins that we do offer. It's between, obviously, economy and business class. It is a separate, dedicated cabin, which is typically in a 242 configuration, and the seats do have a significant recline. Recently flew in this cabin from Los Angeles to London, which is obviously one of our longer routes. It's extremely comfortable, this product. You also receive upgraded meal service served on crockery and metal cutlery. There is a menu, so there is an increased choice of meals, and an increase of the baggage allowance, 2 free checked bags at 23 kilograms each. Priority boarding as well, just after our business class passengers. Like I mentioned, it is a separate cabin from business and economy. Club World being our long-haul business class product. So with many of our aircraft now having Club Suite, this is our revolutionized business class product, which features all aisle access, a sliding door for increased privacy, full lie flat mode, in-flight entertainment screen, and obviously restaurant style quality meal service. Typically 2 meals served on all of our flights. Depending on the time of day, may include afternoon tea or a second more substantial meal service, depending on the length of the flight. Many of our aircraft from North America to London do feature Club Suite. The way you'll know for sure is by checking the seat map and if it is a 1-to-1 configuration, that's how you'll know that it is Club Suite. If you see any other configuration like a 242 or a 232, it is our legacy business class product, which is being phased out. And hopefully in the next couple of years, we'll completely have transitioned to Club Suite on all of our long-haul aircraft. Again, this is just an image of the Club Suite. It's an extremely comfortable product, lots of storage space. So if your customers want to relax or if they would like to work, there is plenty of space to do all of those activities. Also wanted to include a reminder regarding our Select Pro fares. These should be available to book through the Centrav booking portal. But if you do have customers who are looking for a bit of increased flexibility and also would like the peace of mind of seats being included, Select Pro fares are a great option for your customers. They are fully refundable, they have no change fees, and also include free seat assignments. So look out for Select Pro fares when you are booking content through Centrav, as this is a great upsell opportunity for you. Obviously your customers will enjoy all of those key benefits and may even require them not to necessarily have travel insurance for especially as these now are fully refundable prior to departure. Seat assignments, it is quite a common question that we do get, and unless it is a Select Pro fare, we do charge for seat assignments in all of our cabins, excluding first. If you do have guests who are elite frequent flyer members with British Airways or another One World airline, then they would be entitled to free seat assignments. And just ensure that their frequent flyer number is added with the correct format in order to unlock the seat map. There are a number of other exemptions where your customers may be entitled to free seat assignments. Most of those are going to be if they're traveling with children, travelers with a disability, and also those flexible fares. Those will all include free seat assignments. British Airways Club. This is our newly revamped frequent flyer program. So you will see that there are 4 levels. Every customer who joins starts as a blue member. And of course, every member will have now access to free Wi-Fi messaging on board. So definitely recommend your customers to join the program before they board the aircraft, so that once they're on board, they can connect to their Wi-Fi signal, log into their Executive Club account, and then activate the in-flight messaging service. Bronze is the step up from the blue level, and it includes a few more benefits, including free seat assignments 7 days prior to departure. And your next level from bronze, screen loads, is going to be silver. Again, a little bit more upgraded in terms of benefits, including priority boarding. Free seat selection is actually at the time of booking. So obviously for your guests who really care about the seat assignments, that is a huge advantage. Extra baggage allowance, lounge access, silver is a great membership tier to achieve. And then gold, our top level, and numerous benefits included there, including first class lounge access. So representing, as well as representing British Airways, I do also represent Iberia, being part of the IAG airline family. So just a few slides on Iberia before we get to the Q&A. So Iberia does currently operate a mixed Airbus fleet of long-haul aircraft, including the A350-900, the A330-300 and 200 series, and now also the Airbus A321XLR, which is now being deployed on long-haul routes. So the A321XLR currently serving Boston and Washington, DC, and those flights are currently operating and available to sell in your GDS, in your Centrav system. And you will see from an image here, this is the business class on the A321, so all aisle access. There aren't sliding doors for privacy on these aircraft due to space restraints, but everyone does have direct aisle access and plenty of storage. Oops. Sorry. Just going to move back a couple of slides. It seems to be racing forwards. Just bear with me one moment. So this is the aircraft layout. So at the front there, you'll see the 14 lie-flat business class seats, and then 168 economy class seats, the rest of the aircraft. Unfortunately, on this aircraft, there is not premium economy, but there are those extra legroom seats in the exit row. You will see also a really cool feature on this aircraft is the illuminated seat numbers, especially when the cabin lights are dimmed. So here's some of the schedules for 2025 in terms of routes being offered from North America to Madrid and then onwards. The Dallas flight is being retimed later this year. So currently the Dallas flight does depart and arrive in the evening. That's going to change to become a reverse red-eye service. So it's going to depart Madrid and in the evening and actually arrive into Dallas in the morning, I think around 7 a.m. in the morning, which means it's going to offer a lot of potential for connections to other AA routes. Previously, by the time it landed in Dallas, it was quite late and most AA flights had already departed, so it made connections quite challenging. So with the retiming of that service, your customers will have a very varied range of options to choose from when it comes to connecting. Here's your, this is a mock-up of the business class that features on the A330 aircraft. So again, you'll see that it is a direct aisle aircraft, but there is no sliding doors on this particular aircraft. Those are going to be on the A350-900. Premium economy, it is offered on the A350 and A330 aircraft. And again, like BA, it includes priority boarding, Wi-Fi is actually included, USB charging, additional space, enhanced meal service, additional baggage allowance. So all of the typical features that come with the premium economy product. Also wanted to remind you all regarding our stopover product, the Iberia Stopover product. This is something that is available to your customers should they wish to stop in Madrid, and is available to them from 24 to up to 7 days. This program includes a number of benefits such as discounted museum access, a complimentary metro card, a number of benefits included in this stopover program. And just a reminder that Centrav can help you facilitate any group bookings you have. So if you do have any group booking requests, please feel free to reach out to Centrav, who can help you get a group quote on both British Airways and Iberia, and obviously American Airlines and Finnair as well. There's a number of benefits to booking groups with us, including free seat assignments, and obviously a number of other perks, including access to our global network of everywhere that we fly to. I would urge you to ensure that you are subscribed to our newsletter and also have our British Airways Travel Partner Connect website bookmarked on your computers, as it is a great resource for servicing queries. Should you have any customers affected by a schedule change, a flight cancellation, or anything else, a lot of information is featured on our website, and you'll be able to hopefully manage that without having to contact our trade support services. But should you need to, those details are available for you. Just reach out to Centrav and they can help you. But this is a great resource, and also features a lot of training information regarding our products and onboard services. Iberia just recently relaunched their trade support website, so I've included the link there and there is a process to register for that site. So I would urge you all to do that as well. So you have all of the Iberia trade resources at your fingertips as well. Also feature these two QR codes. This is for information, more information from British Airways and Iberia. I couldn't obviously include all information on these slides, so I've included these QR codes for your reference should you wish to refer to these at a later date. So feel free to scan them now. Of course, a copy of this deck and call recording will be shared after this webinar. So if you're not able to get to your phones now, this information will be shared with you.